Hi there, welcome to the Master's Hand videos. I'd like to show a little situation we have here today that's pretty common in a lot of houses that I've seen. You have a door frame that's rotting. If you look down there, you can see it at the bottom. Over here it's really bad. And so the question you ask is, how'd that happen? Was it bad wood? Was it defective door? And the answer is no. The problem is that when it was installed, it was never flashed properly. This is something that is really common. I come across this all the time. Here you have vinyl siding. It looks great. Everything looks fine. No problem. But there was no house wrap put on top of your OSB board. And then when you get to a door or window, there's no flashing on top of that. And what that means is vinyl siding is not a totally waterproof product. There is water that gets behind it to some extent, especially if you have driving rain and so forth. And so that water gets behind, it runs down the wall, and then it finds places where there's crevices and cracks and so forth, and it ends up going in them. And in the case of this door, it just went right down the wall. Here's your J channel. Went right behind the J channel. This is still wet back here. And then it hits your trim, and it just starts rotting it out. It ends up going down the side all the way to the bottom. And usually the lowest spot is where the water really congregates and ends up rotting it out. And so the problem is not the door, but the fact that it was not installed properly. This is really common. I fix many of these every year. So the fix is get rid of this stuff. We'll replace this with PVC trim, which won't rot. We'll fix that down there with some patching materials and PVC and Bondo. And then up here we're going to put some metal flashing behind that comes down the wall, out over the brick mold, which is this, and then down over the face. And then we'll put in some sticky door and window tape, which will stick to this OSB here, make a tight seal at the top. So any water that comes down will hit that, come down over the flashing, and over the top and drip down. And it no longer will rot out the door. Okay, we're going to start this repair down here. You can see this is pretty rotten here, so it's all going to have to come out. What I did is marked a line on here, and then I marked a line on here for a 45-degree angle. We're going to cut that through, and that way when the water comes down here, it again will run off of here rather than go back in and get stuck. So to do this, this is a great tool right here. You could use a circular saw also, but I like this fine detail saw. It works really well. Okay, here's the piece that we cut to fit in there. We cut it out of PVC. We also cut a little groove in the side here. You can see that so that this metal magnetic strip can fit in there. Next thing we'll do is go ahead and plane that even, maybe put a little epoxy putty on it, and then that'll be ready to go for the brick mold. Okay, here is our flashing that goes above the brick mold trim. Like I said, the water comes down here, takes it over here and out over your brick mold, down out of the way. So I'm going to slide this underneath here. I took the nails out of this J channel. There it is. And the brick mold will go under here. Then we'll put our sticky tape flashing above here so that whatever water comes down the siding will have to come here and out instead of going back and under and continuing to rot things as it was before. Okay, here is the sticky flashing tape. Okay, here's the finished product. You have your PVC patch down there and your wood jamb ready to be primed, PVC brick mold, and your flashing at the top. This door should be good to go now.